Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Big Fat Psychic channel. I'm so pleased to be reading again for you today. Okie dokie, so I've been loving this, honestly. If I could make a living doing this, travelling the world and reading for you guys, I think I would. But unfortunately, we've all got jobs to do and my grandchildren as well. So we're going to look at some more that I haven't answered, okay? Hopefully I can get rid of them all tonight. So there's a comment. They can't hold Invictus in Birmingham because it's full of rats and rubbish. Yes, I've heard they're even setting fire to their own rubbish, you know. I mean, it's terrible. I'm lucky I live in a village, so the only rats you get is people. Okay, let's have a look then. What will become of, you know, are they going to sort this problem out with the rats in Birmingham? I think there's a woman here trying to speak out, an older lady actually, You know what, all our councils are going, under threat of going bankrupt. I mean, you've got a lot of things going on. You've got the elderly care that's going to pot, you know, the housing crisis, they're not getting enough money. But the other thing is as well, like, there'll be a lot of waste and fraud and mismanagement as well, so you know, people need to be taken to task over this. And I'll tell you what, this card is certainly not Angela Rayner, so I think it's coming. I mean, are we still in spring? I think, you know, I think so. So there is a woman there, but there's an almighty concern as well, so I think it gets a little bit worse before it gets better. And of course, yeah, Invictus, you know, they haven't got the money to do it. They haven't got the money at all. So that could be, you know, one of the reasons why Invictus doesn't end up coming to Birmingham. Because even if you clear all the rubbish now, Invictus and the funding is, you know, it's still a separate issue. Did Harry actually go to Ukraine before his court hearing in London? Was that why he flew into a military airport before the hearing? Yeah, wait, let's have a look. What's the answer to that, please? He's been hiding out in London, you know, he's been staying with his uncle, okay? He lacks the ability to do that. Maybe, you know, he's run out of friends with private jets and all that. Did he? You're asking if it was before, okay? I'll just get he lacked the ability. Can we elaborate on that, please? So it should be a no. It should be a no, really. Did it go to Ukraine before the court case? No. Harry's been hiding out. It's not doing so well at all anyway. And I picked up a card earlier and it, you know, it does look bad for him. It does look bad, very vulnerable. So I'm getting no. 2 no's. Harry was already in the UK, okay? He was already in the UK. Did Harry meet Zelensky? Yes or no? After his court hearing. You see it first. I don't think this is at the time when he said he is. He'd already finished. So he didn't go just before and then hop on from Ukraine to the UK. The little bar steward has been hiding out at his uncle's. And this has been done before, you know. This has been done before the court case, not the end. Does Harry now recognise Meghan's character flaws, or is he still blind to her faults? He absolutely is aware of what a bitch she can be. But there's no escaping it, you know. She rides roughshod over him. He has no power over her at all. He has no control over her neither. So she's just doing as she likes, you know. She won't even bother asking his permission or his thoughts or his opinions, you know. It's all about her. So I would say, yeah, he knows it, but it's like, well, what can he do about it? You know, that's how I feel. What will Meghan get when she leaves? Is she something to hold the royal family over? I don't think she's. She just is who she is, you know. She's a gobshite, and she will. Let's have a look. What will Meghan get when he leaves? Has she something to hold over the family? Well, she may think she has. Oh, see, a book. I tell you, she's going to write a book. But do you know what? Is it a real threat? I don't think so. I don't think so, because, to be quite honest, everybody would be expecting that from her. And she writes out of spite, you know. Can you imagine a soppy Mills and Bones, how it went from this to this? I think, you know, that's what she's got, is like a kiss and tell. So somebody asked me earlier if she would sign an NDA. There's no point. She won't stop until she passes away. She will milk this for forevermore. Is it the doctor that had to leave California in a hurry and her husband? So what happened to the California doctor and her husband? So I think that's the OBGYN, where she shut down her practice. Was that anything to do with Meghan? Absolutely. Absolutely, you know. That these people, the doctor and her husband, was employed to do a job and paid by Meghan and Harry handsomely as well. So absolutely, she shut down a clinic. There would have been no other reason. Okay, I'm absolutely certain that she was involved in that. What's going on with cards? Was this squaddy questioned after court? Oh yeah, that idiot. The one, Harry, we love you. You know, the one is supposed to be scared of it, and we're supposed to help the case. I mean, how desperate is that? So he knew then, before this squaddy, he's probably had a conversation with his solicitors or lawyers, barrister, and being told, you know, this isn't looking so good, Harry, and this is why they've pulled it out of the bag. Like I said before, she couldn't be seen to pose a danger, or else she'd have got arrested. So what happened to the squaddy after that? Was she questioned? Absolutely. She caused the right kerfuffle, didn't she? You know, I mean, she didn't do no damage or out, but she disrupted events. What? So she would have been questioned. Okay, she just looks like a fanatic, really. How do the newspapers let this kind of situation, you know, not be reported on? Was it playing into William's hand after all the harsh treatment they gave Catherine and others, that the squaddy was pictured with them both at events? So I think I've answered that, but I'm going to ask, what did the judge see in this? You know, did he see that video where she's on a phone and a notepad, and Harry doing a beeline for her? Yeah, I do feel, you know, the judge took note mentally of this as well. And in actual fact, it wasn't a threat. It was, he saw her as a demented fan. Did this go for or against Harry with the judge? Oh, it didn't. It didn't, okay. He knew it was deliberate. He knew it was deliberate. These judges are daft at all. So what they do is, you know, he'll have seen everything. He'll have looked at the footage, but more and more, I just think straight away he knew it was Harry, because even the judge knows how the case was going, and it wasn't going Harry's way. I mean, just smacks of desperation, really, and doesn't put Harry in a good light at all. Not with the press, not with us, not with the judge. Not even his solicitors. How will they explain away all the children and pregnancy stories if the truth comes out that they are surrogate or non-existent? Good question. So here we go. So Harry shouldn't bang on this at all, you know. What will they say? I think Harry gets the blame for this, you know, saying that they was forced to do these things and use his sperm. So they're not going to make out that it was Meghan who can't conceive. They're going to blame it on Harry. I thought his mum hated Paula. She only ever went because of the king. I think that's a comment, okay. I think it's some kind of fundraising. What's the connection between Diana and Paula? Well, she won't be happy about it at all. So it's as if desperate Harry ends up, you know, trying to do a charity polo match in aid of his mother, which is something she wouldn't want anyway. It's you know, you got it totally wrong there, Harry should say. I don't think Diana agreed with it either. You know, I think she didn't like animal sports. Is that right? Did Diana, was she against, you know, animal sports and hunting and horses? Yeah, she didn't like it at all. You know, it wasn't something she wanted to partake in. It wasn't her plan at all. I don't know whether she's had an experience with a horse that would have made her feel the way she does, but certainly she didn't want to hunt and stuff like that. She was a caring person, you know, she did like her animals. Well, then again, you know, you have to go along with your husband, don't you? BS, that wedding had more security at it. He gave 30 days notice. He would have been able to go. Yeah, of course. So we're on about his mate's wedding now. You know, why didn't Harry go to his mate's wedding? I don't know why. Everybody knows why. Don't want to be around happy people. That's what it is. So, you know, I don't care what's going on with him at the moment. He's not happy at all. Doesn't want to be with, you know, can't be with his friends. He's also, as well, feels very left out in the cold. But, you know, he'd be using his security. And also, I do feel like he loves his mate. And possibly wouldn't want to distract from that, because we're getting it out of love as well, and friendship here. Hark at him. You know, it's a double-edged sword, isn't it? Queen Elizabeth was an Aries. Yeah, well, I mentioned an Aries in the readings yesterday, maybe, or the day before. I'm seeing an Aries influence, so that's nice to know. Question: will Harry finally accept that he is in a coercive relationship and that Meghan has manipulated him all the way through? I have lived through a marriage like that, and one day I just snapped after being disrespected publicly. He has done wrong, but being manipulated is a horrible experience. Thank you, BFP. Keep enjoying your holiday. you know what? I think you're right. And unless you've been in that kind of situation, you don't know what it's like, you know, the feelings of not feeling good enough, and your self-esteem and confidence being eroded away. And I have been in a coercive relationship before, and it's not like, it has to take something, and then you just snap, you know, like that's it, and it doesn't matter. You don't have no fear anymore. You don't care about the money. You don't care about a big house. You don't care anymore. You just have to get out. And I think, you know, that is what Harry is heading for. Or does, will he ever accept this? He believes in love, you know, he believes in love, but I think it's a new love, okay? It's a new love that will show him the way. I have said already that I do feel he's involved with somebody else. I do feel like, you know, he's ready to move on. He's moved on. But she's, you know, she's still in their background with her own control over him as well. You know, this is what happens with when you've got kids. And sometimes, I mean, not in this case it'll happen, but in other cases, you know, fathers or the mothers don't ever end up seeing the kids again. Is Harry in a relationship with somebody new? He's not with Meghan, okay? He's not with Meghan. It's all going off behind the scenes. What you say is not what you're getting at all. And the fact is, when was these two idiots, you know, put together? Did we ever see it? I don't think so. We haven't seen it for a long time. He went in August last year. Hi BP from Australia. Sending love from Australia. I always enjoy your tarot. Thank you for sharing your gift. Nice reading as always. This all good with the cards. I don't think the royal family will have anything to do with Harry to his divorce. What challenges will Harry have with the royal family, if any, when he's going through a divorce with Meghan? Well, he's going to have to eat a lot of humble pie and take things back and do the work. He's not ready to do the work yet. It's going to take ages. It's going to take years to undo what, you know, has been done and what he's done to himself as well. He's created his own problems. He's created rods for his own back. You know, he can't get rid of Meghan now, can he? He's stuck, you know, I know they're not together, but he's stuck with her no matter what. You know, and she will be forever running her mouth off about him and writing books and doing tell-alls and everything. So, you know, it's his problem, not the royal family's. Will Archwell be investigated? Absolutely. Will Archwell be investigated? I think they're already under investigation. Okay, look at that. Yeah. Oh, yes. But, you know, Harry, he's safe, okay? He's safe because there's a guy, I can't remember his name now, but he everything seems to be run through him with Archwell. So, you know, Meghan and Doria are not so safe, but Harry is, okay? Because this guy's job was to keep Harry out of financial trouble and, you know, within the law. Will H&M be investigated in the US for election interference and the attempt to stop free speech? Will they? That looks like a yes. You've seen it before, I do. Right, okay, so I think again this is more to do with Harry doesn't know what he's doing, you know, so signing up for all these companies and putting his name to it, I think it's namesake only, okay, but I don't feel like Harry and, Meghan and Doria have got some comeuppance coming up as well. And actually, did Harry actually swear anything in the election? No, he's too, I've said before, he's too dumb. He doesn't know, he thinks he knows what he's talking about. Honestly, if he sat with me for a few minutes, I would just wipe the floor with him, because He's used to people, you know, praising him and not questioning him and not pulling him up and not challenging him. So he wouldn't last 5 minutes in the arena with a politician, certainly not Trump, or anybody else. He's full of his own shit. All he's got to his name is that Prince title. Question: is Olga Rudneva, the blonde, seen with Harry in Ukraine, his new love? She's a rich woman and a founder of the charity Superhuman that makes prosthetic, probably legs and arms and stuff, for wounded veterans. She certainly looks his type, blonde and rich. I don't wait. Let's have a look. Is that his new bed? It's a no. It's a no. I expect a few mistruths coming out there though, okay, because I'm getting a no. And do you know what? I don't think she was happy with him at all. She may look happy, but I don't think she's happy for some reason. So I wonder if he broke some kind of rule and stuff. I mean, he's certainly, you know, in the wrong place really. Never mind his security. If he wanted to support people, he could have done it a different way. So I just think he got all the timing wrong, and that's what she's not happy about. You know, and it comes out, that's it. He's lied about the time he was there. He's lied about the time. So the actual days that he was there. So and then he's used it later. So I think he probably went a few weeks ago maybe, but certainly not from the Ukraine to his court case, or his court case to the Ukraine. She's well pissed. Harry's mother said publicly he was sick and he hasn't proved her wrong. Ah, love it. Okay, Rachel Ragland was banished from the UK by Queen Elizabeth, stealing Princess Catherine's, taking her jewellery and photographing Princess Charlotte. So let's just break this down then. So was Doria banned by the Queen? Could be right there. I'm getting wishes granted. Okay. I mean, the Queen did make and go to great efforts with. I think she was glad to see the back of her. I definitely feel that. Okay. You couldn't get Doria anywhere near the Queen for 5 minutes with Meghan. She was turning it down all the time. So I think the Queen was happy when she left. I do. And I think the behaviour as well. I mean, some of the things that Harry and Meghan did, Meghan especially, you know, we're talking rude and oldies, you know, trying to get to the throne and all that. She would have, you know, I think she liked her for a minute. I don't think the Queen disliked anybody, to be fair. I think she wanted to see more of Doria, in fact, to be honest. But you couldn't get Doria away from Meghan. You know, there was always an excuse. And in the end, I think the Queen was grateful that, you know, they never spent time together. Did Doria? Oh, I mentioned it wrong. I thought it was Doria. He said Rachel. No wonder she was happy when Meghan left. So that'll be it, yeah. Couldn't get out of there fast enough, could she? So yeah, I think the Queen, not so much banned her, but was grateful and happy. You know, it was her wish that she'd just bugger off and go to the other side of the world. I think, you know, the Queen liked that idea. Did Rachel Ragland try and steal Catherine's jewellery? I don't think, you know, I don't think Meghan. I don't think Meghan got anywhere near Catherine's jewellery box, okay? You've seen how it went off with the tiaras and everything. I think that was an issue, but I'm not so certain that Meghan tried to steal Catherine's jewellery. jewellery, but she would have demanded them, you know, some of Diana's pieces, and she was actually given some of Diana's pieces. So I think what we know is out in the open already with the jewellery. But did Meghan get caught trying to take a photo of Charlotte in her room, Miss Lee? Got the world there. Got the world there. I would say so. I would say so. I would say that. But I also know she tried to get into the Queen's room. That was definite. She tried to get into the Queen's room and was caught. So, what did the nanny report Meghan for trying to take pictures of Charlotte? Something's right about it and something's not right about it. Meghan tried to get into the Queen's room, okay, the Queen's room, and it was reported to Catherine, okay, because this lady, this carer, the nanny and everything, was a very caring person. So I think it's more to do with trying to get into the Queen's room, okay, and the Queen Mother's room as well. Did Meghan try and get into the Queen Mother's room? Well, she would have tried and it failed, I think. She would have tried and failed. No, I think it's the Queen. I'll stay with the Queen here.